Hi guys, for today's teardown, this set of aircraft parts which have some kind of personal history behind them because they are the first ever aircraft parts I ever had. I found them in a flea market in the mid-90s and I still remember the price. It was 100 French francs, which makes around 15 euros, but back in the time it was quite a bit of money. So it was a guy selling a random military surplus, and I believe at the same time I got my first Russian military radio with it, the R126. So what do we have here? We have a set of intervalometers. We have the dial indicator and the control box. So it is for bomber aircraft to set the interval between two bombs you drop, I believe. And it is quite vintage. So sadly on the control box this lance over the bulb here got broken in storage at some point in time. And also the previous owner did cut the legs here with attachment holes to the cockpit. It is not me. So first we will have a look at this instrument. So it is called an intervalometer type 13, number 620. So they still pop up from time to time on French eBay in a military surplus. And out of factory in the 21st of November 1961. Made by Sermec, Valence. It is a city in southeast France, I believe. So what do we have? We have an indicator dial. It must be in seconds, from 0.5 to 60 seconds. And there is this crown you can turn, which will probably set a limit. And also I know it will reset. In this way it will reset the needle to 0. There is a 3-pin connector, quite old school, which might be matching this connector here, but I haven't got the cable to interconnect them. So what do we have in here? So all these parts are anodized aluminum. The front glass is actually some kind of plastic. It is not real glass. And we have this Hammerton cover, quite old school, with just 2 screws. So as it is very old, do not expect fancy electronics inside. It is actually quite simple, but still quite beautiful. So we have some kind of DC motor with brushes, it seems, 2 brushes. We have a noise suppressor cap here, very old school cap. The brand is Altair, and the body is made of some kind of brownish material with little flakes inside. Interesting. 2000 picofarads. We have one contact, one cam here, closing a contact with a resistor in parallel. And we have a very nice set of gears, as you can see, a little almost a clockwork mechanism with brass parts everywhere, brass gears and brass structural pieces here, and aluminum standoffs. Quite nicely made. I did never take it apart completely because I do not want to mess all the gears. Some kind of red rubber here for sealing, it seems. So in fact what it does, I believe the motor turns, it will move the needle to the set point, and when you reach your set point, it will probably make something here and close your contact. So in fact, when moving this, the needle did move to the set point. Interesting. Like so, I can reset it, and I turn again my needle, indicator here to the maximum. So it must load a spring somewhere, I believe. Maybe in here there is another spring. And if I move the part here, poof, it goes to the maximum. But it is supposed to be, some of the action is supposed to be automatic. And I can again reset it. So it is for this part. Very nice construction, as you can expect. And now for the control box. So what do we have? We have two connectors, two lights, one for vertical and oblique. So I do not know how you are supposed to drop bombs vertically if your plane is flying anyway, because your bomb will have initial speed of a plane. We have coup par coup, it means one shot at a time to drop one bomb maybe. We have on-off switch. Oddly enough, the off is on the right side. It is not the way you do it usually. And we have this, which is a counter, solenoid counter with a reset button to count your shots. And the two lights with a broken cover, which will lift like so, and they are little incandescent bulbs, of course. So I would like to find a replacement cover for this, but I did never see anyone similar available. So this must be the original screws, but of course on the back the screws were in bad condition, so I replaced them at some point with Phillips screws. And sadly the three cut legs. Oops. So let me undo the screws. And again here, do not expect anything fancy. So it is interesting because it looks like these screws are imperial thread. So just a cover here, and inside you just have some wiring, some power distribution bus, the cases of the switches here, the lights here, all this connected to the plugs here. So I wonder if it is possible to remove this two screws here. So they are painted in red. I think I did paint them myself when I was young and stupid. Not sure anymore. And it will not be easy to do because the wires are in the way here. So I need to remove these wires. And now I can maybe lift this part. Yes, and you can see it is a very simple solenoid mechanism actuating the little stuff inside here, but it is 6 screws to undo, just to see a little mechanical totalizer thing. So, and they are pretty much glued together. So very old school solenoid, and you can see the back of the front case is anodized. Just two contacts for this. So maybe actually I can try to make it work. Let me figure it out and I will be right back. Okay, so it is a perfect opportunity to use my solenoid tester box I made some time ago. I believe there is a video about this. So there is a 12 volts power going in, and you have a push button which activates a relay, and maybe a reverse polarity protection diode or something like this, or a free roll diode, and it powers the coil. So I have a push button I can push to sound one pulse, and you can see it is counting. There is some grease, in fact it seems excess grease inside, and it is a little bit sticky, the movement inside this thing, maybe too old grease. But it is working surely enough. And here is the reset button for resetting it to 0. Okay, so now I will put this pad together and put this back in storage, because it is for sure a keeper, as it is my first ever aircraft part. I did already see a better one for sale on eBay. Either way, it is not coming back to the case. Okay, like so. But I was quite happy back in the time when I found this, because it is quite fancy. One thing, this control box is made by SFOM, which stands for Société Française d'Optique et de Mesure, so our French company for optics and measuring equipment. Type number 360A, and guys, serial number 4. Yes. So I have, I believe, one thing which is serial number 2, or even maybe serial number 1. But for sure, this is a pretty low serial number. In particular, when you consider on the other part, you have serial number 620. Okay, so thanks for watching. Do not forget to check my other videos, my playlist, and so on. And I will be back soon with other stuff. Bye bye.